Hello.
Hey, everyone.
We are back with episode number two.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it.
Yo, Adrian, we did it.
Yes, we did. Episode number 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for listening. So we figured, I'm going to say so a lot because that's my favorite way to start a sentence. So we are going to start with, what did we have for dinner tonight?
Soup.
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 Soup in honor of my brother-in-law,
Yes.
one of my sister's husbands, who we adore, one of our favorite humans on the planet.
My best bud.
It's his favorite dinner, soup.
Oh, he loves it.
He loves soup.
That's the best thing for him.
As we were eating it, we were thinking of him with every bite.
Yum, yum.
All kidding aside, he despises soup.
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
Yes. Well, not despise.
Yeah.
He considers it an appetizer.
But that's okay.
When he has soup, he is expecting a full course meal to follow. That's his starter. So that is like a family controversy. We're always saying soup is a meal, and he says soup is the starter. So it's really funny.
Well, the way you make soup, it's a meal.
Oh, I don't know. We all know from episode number 1.
It's delicious.
I don't know if I'm the best cook.
37 years later, yes, you are the best.
37 years later. So here we go with episode number 2. We are going to talk about pregnancy. I figured that would be the best thing to start episode number 2, is to talk about when we got pregnant for the first time.
Yeah.
So I believe that when someone's pregnant, it affects both partners.
Absolutely.
So what I'm going through, you went through.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, thinking back, how sweet though. At the time, it was your mom's first grandchild coming.
Yes.
I love your mom. My mother-in-law is a little spitfire. She is small but fierce, and I adore her. And my daughter that I was pregnant for, was going to be her very first grandchild.
Yeah.
My mother was already a grandmother, and then we had my grandmother, and then we had Nana, your grandmother, who I loved her, cherished her.
Yes.
Wonderful woman. I loved sitting with her. And so your mom was so concerned at the time because my mother was already a grandmother. There was already Nana. Yeah. There was already my grandmother. And so she wanted her own special name. I want my own name.
She didn't want to be Nana. She said that was just too old for her at the time.
At the time, because it was already a Nana.
Yeah.
So she wanted her own name. So I remember saying to her, well, you could be Grandma, you could be Nona, you could be Noni.
Yeah.
But she, at the end, chose to be Nani, which suited her so wonderfully. And she's the sweetest. Yes. So I love her. So let's get into our first pregnancy. So we found out that we were pregnant for our daughter in October of 1989.
Yes.
And that pregnancy was a wild pregnancy. It started off pretty okay. And then we had some scares in the beginning. I was probably 8 weeks pregnant. And we had some spotting, and I was on the couch for a couple of weeks. Yeah. And, I was young at the time when I first got pregnant. I was only, when I found out, I was 19, and then I turned 20 because I turned 20 that October.
Yeah.
And so that was a little scary. But then something else happened to me. I got the hungry horrors. All I wanted to do was eat. I don't know if other women have experienced this.
Manja. That's it. She just wanted to eat.
And our grandmothers, your Nana and my Gram, they would feed the frenzy. Oh, I would go to your Nana and she would have a brownie. I would go to my grandmother and she'd be whipping me up some liver.
Also, I remember when I got home from work, you said, I haven't eaten all day. I'm so hungry. Can we go To McDonald's.
Well, McDonald's is your fault. That was the first date.
And you get.
I would do it to my mom too, though. I would go to my mom's and I would say, "Oh, Mom, I haven't eaten all day." And my gram would jump right up and start whipping up something. Yep. And I know liver is like kryptonite to some people, but for me, at the time, I loved it. My gram made it so good. So forgive me that I loved liver while I was pregnant. But when I got pregnant, I was like 97 pounds. Yeah, I was small. And by the time I delivered my daughter, I was 170 pounds.
170.
And I remember a friend came to the house and her boyfriend at the time, I come walking out the door. We were living in Methuen. And I come walking out the door and he looked at me and he said, "Oh, who did you eat?"
Yes, he did.
And I was like, "Oh, no." But I had such problems at the end, gestational diabetes, high blood pressure. It became towards the end, a very risky pregnancy. Yeah. And then came the delivery. Right before I had her, we were in bed sleeping and I felt this wetness. And I said to you, "I think I peed to bed." Yeah. So of course, middle of the night, I call my mom. And I say, I think I peed to bed. And my mother says, "Well, the baby might have kicked you in the bladder. You probably peed. Don't worry about it." But it continued. It didn't stop. And I just kept feeling this feeling over and over again. So we called the doctor. The doctor said, "Go straight to the hospital." Yeah. It was Father's Day.
Yeah, Father's Day.
So we went straight to the hospital and they said that I had a leak in my amniotic fluid. So, and that they had figured that I had had this leak for days. Which made sense because I kept thinking I was peeing to bed. So they started me immediately on a Pitocin drip. Yeah. And it didn't take much time before those labor pains, they came rolling in. Yes. It was like thunder, lightning. It was the perfect storm headed my way and your way. Yeah. And it was 18 hours.
18 hours, yeah.
Hardcore labor. And I remember somewhere during this time in the next room, there was this woman screaming. And she was going, "Ay, ay, 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 ay." And I said, "That's it. I want to go home." I changed my mind.
And I said, "It's too late, sweetheart.
It's too late.
We're going to have this baby.
This baby's coming.
We can't go home."
You can't change your mind. I don't know if anyone else has had that moment where I was just in complete panic because I didn't know what was coming. Yeah. I just heard someone else in the next room screaming. I knew that they were concerned. Everything seemed to be going wrong. I was young. I was 20 at this time. Yeah. And I was terrified, absolutely terrified. So now they say it's time. Yeah. So they take me and they wheel me into another room because at this time, unlike today, back then, they would take you to a different room. Today, when you have a baby, you
stay in the same room.
Same room. So they wheeled us down the corridor into a delivery room. And the doctor comes in. He's all geared up, ready to go. And next thing I know, he's saying, "Push, push." And I was pushing for an obscene,
it was crazy.
Obscene amount of time. I was exhausted. I think everybody in that room with me was completely exhausted. But I knew in my gut something didn't feel right. Yep. Something just did not feel right. And before we knew it, he turned around and in his hands were this humongous salad tongs. Yep. He's standing there. I felt like I was in a Friday the 13th horror movie, something, Halloween.
I thought he was getting his lunch.
I don't know what was happening. He had this huge pair of salad tongs coming at me. And then before I knew it, the nurse jumped up on the table with me. Yeah. She had her behind in my face. Yeah. And she starts pushing my belly downward. Yeah. He takes his salad tongs and he starts pulling. She's pushing, he's pulling, she's pushing, he's pulling. And I was just in a complete panic. And I remember looking up at you for this reassurance. And I said, what's happening? And you said,
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
And I just, in that moment, it was just so scary.
Yeah.
And then finally, after all that time, they finally got our daughter. We had a daughter.
Yeah.
They got our daughter out, and she was in some distress. So we didn't get to, typically they take the baby and they put the baby right on you. We didn't get that opportunity with our daughter because she was in distress. They saw that there was some things going wrong with her, and they took her away.
Yeah.
And I was terrified. And I remember the nurse saying to me, "It's okay. We're taking her to the baby ICU. It's going to be okay." And we were alone. It was late.
Yeah.
And we were alone. And then we did get to spend some time with her. We found out that she had a really high white blood count.
Yeah.
She had jaundice, and there was some other things going on with her. So when it came time for us to leave the hospital, we had to leave the hospital without her. And that was the hardest thing ever. She had to stay in the baby ICU. During that time, we also found out that she had hip dysplasia, which was a new term for us, which later we'll probably talk about in another podcast, which led to her being in leg braces and special shoes. And we'll talk about that later. But it was a very scary time because being a young mother, I was 20. I was winging it like my eyeliner, caffeinated and, with the safety pin, trying to figure this out. And I was so scared. But she ended up thriving and doing well.
Yes.
And eventually, after a few days, we got to bring her home, which was wonderful. So we bring this new bundle of joy who's gone through all this trauma.
Yes.
I mean, it was trauma.
Oh,
remember,
absolutely,
she had bruises on her face from the salad tongs.
From the forceps.
Yes, it was. I don't know if any other woman out there has had an experience with an emergency forceps delivery, but I can tell you from my experience,
it was fun.
It was traumatic.
Yeah,
it was quite traumatic, and traumatic on the baby as well.
Yeah,
it was. So for anyone else who has gone through this, reach out to me. Let me know, because I would love to chat about it, because it was very traumatic for all of us.
Yeah. Scary.
But once we had her home, baby-wise, oh my gosh, my baby, she did not sleep.
No.
Every 2 hours, she wanted her mama.
Yeah.
Every 2 hours, this baby was up. And at one point, my grandmother came to us. My grandmother was a put a penny in your shoe type of woman for good luck, which I loved. If you don't know what to do, you put a penny in your shoe. That was my grandmother. So she said to us, well, first she told you what?
She told me to spin her clockwise 3 times, and she should be fine.
Right.
And it didn't work.
It didn't. You spun her and spun her and spun her. It was like a merry-go-round in our house for a couple of days.
For a couple of days, I spun her backwards 6 times.
Right.
Because I figured I'd undo what I did.
Oh, yes.
And put her back to normal. I'm Italian. I don't know. It's one of those things.
So then my grandmother says to me, hop backwards. Hold her and hop backwards to straighten it all out.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, I took that baby and I hopped around the whole block backwards, and she still didn't sleep. No. So that went on for a while, but she ended up being, it ran itself out.
Yeah.
And she ended up finding her way and sleeping through the night. And I can tell you, for me as a mom, I know I didn't get to hold her when she was first born because they took her away from us.
Right away.
But when I did hold her, I can tell you that was the moment for me that my life began. Not that it didn't begin with you, but at that moment when I held her and I looked down at her.
Your life begins when you have a baby.
She looked right at me, and I was like, there you are. You're my purpose. Yeah. I had my purpose. I had my beginning. My life really started at that moment.
Too.
Yes.
Mine too.
It's crazy.
What you did before really didn't matter.
I know.
When you have your first, it's
your
second or third, it's that's over.
And she was she's amazing.
Yes.
I have an amazing, amazing daughter. and triumphs. I mean, it was a rough start for her. She went through a lot being born, but she just thrived and triumphed. And she is an amazing human, turning 35 this year. My baby, I can't believe it, 35. So that was the journey with our first pregnancy. Mm-hmm. And then we had our second pregnancy, our gorgeous, beautiful baby boy with the almond eyes. Yes. That pregnancy, awesome. Yep. Awesome. No high blood pressure, no diabetes. No. I ate better. I didn't have
no McDonald's.
No, the grandmothers weren't there feeding the frenzy. Yeah. There was no McDonald's. I did so much better.
Oh God, yeah.
And
would you gain like 25
yes,
pounds?
So Carissa was my daughter Carissa. When she was born, she was 2 weeks early.
Yes.
She was born 2 weeks early. My son, my Joseph, he was born 2 weeks late. He wanted to stay in the oven, toasty warm, and did not want to come out.
He didn't want to come out.
But that was a wonderful pregnancy, a pretty good birth, almost, until there was a moment.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. There was a moment in the delivery room.
Yes.
There was a knock on the door.
Yeah.
A knock on the door. And
what happened?
The door gets opened.
And I had
It's a pizza delivery.
It's a pizza delivery for me.
You.
I was hungry.
I couldn't eat. You had pizza delivered to the I didn't even know people could do that.
I was hungry. I'm Italian. How to be pizza? Come on. Yo.
So now pizza's coming to the delivery room. I'm looking at you like, are you kidding me?
You said, are you going to eat that in front of me? And I'm like, oh, yes.
Listen.
I had to.
You could not be any more Guido than in that moment than to have pizza delivered to the delivery room.
What did my mother? My mother said, he's hungry.
He's hungry.
He needs to eat.
I know, your mother always sticking up for you. But.
Oh, God.
That's what happened with that. You had pizza delivered. Our beautiful baby boy comes. Yeah. He was the cutest. Oh my gosh. He was like my little baby gnome.
Yeah.
I just wanted to kiss his whole face. And I didn't just fall in love with him. Your auntie, I can't say her name, but auntie, same thing. I mean, your auntie. Till today. All these years later, he is going to be 29. Yeah. And he is a light. He definitely is. I mean, he beats to his own drum.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful human.
I would honestly, I would never change either of my kids for anybody else. I know,
and both of our children have found their people. Yeah. I have an amazing son-in-law. Our son has an amazing partner.
Yeah.
It all worked out, but our son, amazing. So that was our pregnancies.
Both our kids are smart.
I know.
So smart.
Of course. I know. And with both pregnancies, they were both so different, and not because they were boy
and
girl. It was just, they were both so very different. One, the feeding frenzy.
Yeah.
And then two, learned my lesson because after our daughter, do you remember what I did? I went for that European body wrap.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I remember that.
Well, after I had her, everybody says, well, after you have a baby, you lose like 20 pounds immediately.
Yeah.
Really? I was 165. I had her at 170. Yeah. She was 7 pounds, 13 ounces.
Yeah.
What did I eat at the hospital? I couldn't believe it. So I don't know if this has happened to other women. So I did this European body wrap.
Body wrap, yeah.
We show up at this building because I want to lose this baby weight. And I see this oven roaster. You know those plug-in electric oven roasters?
Yeah.
Well, they were filled with ace bandages in this liquid. And the lady says, we're going to measure you. Mm-hmm. You're going to lose inches. You're going to lose all this weight.
It's going to melt right off.
It's going to melt right off. So I'm like, wrap me up. Where do I start? So they start wrapping me. They have me, first I take off all my clothes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, that was tough enough because after having babies, what you used to, now certain things are facing your toes. Mm-hmm. So you're getting wrapped up. And so they take these ace bandages, they start at my ankles, and they work their way all the way up to my neck. I have no clothes on. Now I'm just wearing ace bandages.
Yeah, you're a mummy.
And now I'm in this for, I can't remember what amount of time, but when the ace bandages come off, I'm going to look like this new woman.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I'm there like, okay, I'm 165. When the ace bandages come off, I'm going to be 120.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I left the same. I don't know if it's worked for other people, but if you get wrapped like a mummy with ace bandages, I wouldn't take
Don't
it.
waste your money.
Yes. It didn't really work for me. I don't know about anybody else. But that is our story of baby journeys.
Yes.
And then the last thing I wanted to mention, something kind of funny. So on our son's first pediatrician appointment, one of them, no, not first, later, the pediatrician, who was very sweet and thought our son was adorable.
Great guy.
Great guy. We walked in. He was so happy to see our son. And he turns around and he points to his cheek.
He's tapping his cheek. He's tapping it, tapping it, tapping it. So what do?
He wanted a kiss from our son. And you kissed him.
And I kissed him.
You walked over and you planted a kiss.
I kissed him on the cheek. And Tricia turned and looked at me like
he was so taken back.
I was just trying to show my son he wanted a kiss. That's all.
It was all about you.
Yeah. Oh.
So,
the things we do in life, right? Isn't it funny?
But that is our story of our pregnancy journeys. Yeah. We wanted to share that because I know each family goes through different things with pregnancies, each couple, each partner, and it affects everybody. When I was pregnant, it affected you. We were on that journey together, both pregnancies, those so very different. And I can't wait to future episodes because we're going to talk about our grandchildren, our jobs, family, friends.
Just life in general.
Our amazing son-in-law, my son's partner. We have so much to talk about. So I hope you keep listening. And I hope that you all join us on this journey for marriage, madness and magic. And if you don't know what to do, you put a penny in your shoe.
Yes.
Thank you all for listening. This means so much to us. We did it. We did.
Yes. And we love you guys.
All the magic.
Yes.
Thank you.